Why is kosher slaughterhouse adherence so difficult? Have you ever wondered why kosher slaughterhouses face so many challenges in adhering to kosher laws? The process is not as straightforward as it might seem. Let's break it down. First off, kosher slaughter, known as Shechita, is a highly specialized practice. It must be performed by a trained Jewish slaughterer called a shochet. This individual uses a perfectly sharp knife called a halef. The cut must be swift and precise, severing the jugular vein and carotid artery in one motion. If the knife has any imperfections or if the cut is not executed correctly, the animal is deemed non-kosher. This level of precision requires constant monitoring and expertise. After the animal is slaughtered, a trained inspector examines its internal organs. This inspection is known as bidika. The inspector looks for any defects or signs of disease that would disqualify the meat from being kosher. This step is critical, as only healthy animals can proceed to processing. Next, the entire slaughterhouse and processing facility must be kosher certified. This means that all equipment, storage, and handling must prevent any cross-contamination with non-kosher products. To achieve this, facilities must undergo a rigorous cleaning process known as kosherizing. This is supervised by a rabbi to ensure that all non-kosher residue is removed. Facilities must also maintain strict separation of kosher and non-kosher ingredients at all stages. Kosher laws also dictate which animals can be considered kosher. For example, only ruminants with split hooves and certain birds qualify. This limits the types of animals that can be processed and complicates sourcing and certification. Additionally, kosher slaughterhouses must comply with both religious supervision and government regulations. While United States Department of Agriculture regulations apply, kosher slaughter has certain religious exemptions. However, this does not lessen the need for thorough supervision to maintain kosher standards. Kosher certification agencies play a vital role by conducting ongoing inspections and audits. They ensure that slaughterhouses consistently meet the required standards. Any deviation from these standards can lead to loss of certification, which means that maintaining high standards is essential. In practical terms, kosher slaughterhouses face several challenges. They must recruit and train qualified shochem and inspectors. They need to maintain flawless equipment and facilities that meet kosher standards. Ensuring that all ingredients and processes comply with Kashrut is another hurdle. Managing logistics to avoid contamination is also crucial. Lastly, balancing religious requirements with governmental food safety laws adds another layer of complexity. Because of all these factors, kosher slaughterhouse adherence requires meticulous attention to detail, specialized knowledge, and constant oversight. This ensures that kosher consumers receive meat that fully complies with Jewish dietary laws.